Bags. Hope you guys are doing well. We're back here again with another episode of the Detox Podcast, episode 275 to be exact. And if you're new here and you enjoy music, podcasts, comedy, or hooping videos, do consider subscribing. We've got a bunch of that stuff going on around here. When you do subscribe, leave a like or hang out, listen to live chat like you're going to do tonight. Helps to share conversations and laughs like this with more people. So do consider doing that. Also, there's a bunch of other goodies, music and stuff in the description as well that you should definitely check out. Now, before we can get into today's episode and I can chop it up a little bit with my guests, I got to talk to you guys a little bit about vacation time. There's no better time to take a vacation than right now, and there's no better place to do it than with today's video sponsor, Alpine House 2. Alpine House 2 is a classic Swiss chalet duplex A-frame with a log cabin interior located directly across the street. I mean directly across from the Ski Berlay Resort in Iron River, Michigan. Iron River, that's up in the UP, baby, surrounded by forests, lakes, and rivers. Iron River, more specifically, is the destination for fishing, hunting, hiking, and snowmobiling. Alpine House 2 just finished a whole bunch of renovations earlier this summer. They've been almost booked up entirely on Airbnb. So if you can check them out on Airbnb, you can look them up on Instagram at Alpine House 2. That's at ALPINEHAUS number 2 on Instagram. To stay up to date on other renovations, bookings, and anything else, you can DM them, tell them Rita Detox sent you, and they will get you set up with a beautiful vacation. Now, all that good stuff out of the way, I'm excited to be kicking it with my guest this week. It's just me. It's just me. We could flip the camera, but we won't. Don't do it. Don't do it because I'll get canceled. Yeah, we're here. We're here back again. I have a little update for you guys. I've been in a little bit of a slump the past few days, and to top it all off, I've been having my face kind of swelled up a few days ago. I feel like it's a little less now because I've taken some pretty intense ibuprofen, or at least it's the same ibuprofen I had from when I got my wisdom teeth taken out. But so this bottom part of my jaw started swelling up a couple days ago, and just got real painful out of nowhere. And you guys know, if you watch the show, that I got my wisdom teeth taken out about a month ago. So I called the people up today and was like, hey, this is happening. It's about a month out since surgery. Is that normal? Should I be concerned? What should I do? And they hit me with, you should come in right now. Not good. So I came in, and I went in. I was there for like 4 minutes. The dude like touched the inside of my mouth. He's like, "That hurts." I'm like, "It hurts." And he's like, "Okay, well, it's probably a little infection. We're gonna give you some antibiotics. I can make a quick incision, and we can get you out of here. But you are gonna be, swelled up and not able to do anything for like a week." And I'm like, "Okay, like when?" And he's like, "Oh, like right now. It takes like 15 minutes." And I'm like, "No. We're not doing that because I don't know how much that costs." Like, I love that too. That's one thing. I have the sidebar. I love that in healthcare, they'll be like, "Oh, we need to do this real quick for you." And there should immediately, considering our healthcare is privatized, there should immediately be a price given to me. If you say we need to do X, it should be, and it costs this much. Because you're not just going to hit me with X and then I get the bill a month later without your face being right there, and I gotta just eat that one. Nah. So I was like, okay, so 15 minutes, like how much, I don't know how long am I gonna be out for? Like I gotta work the rest of the week. Like I got shit to do. And I can't just I have stuff going on today even. Like I can't just drop everything. I didn't know that I was getting a surgery today. And homie hits me like with a little bit of attitude, and he's kind of like, well, I feel like you wouldn't be able to do much for at least 3 or 4 days because of the swelling. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it then. Thank you. And he was like, all right, well, they'll get you scheduled to the front desk. And he was like kind of upset with me. But the reality is, dude, I just pay these people basically $2,000 for something to go wrong. Usually, like if you have an infection or something, that happens like pretty soon after because like you're not cleaning your mouth out good enough, right? When it's hard to brush your teeth and all that stuff. But like this happened a whole month after. So I don't know if there's like maybe some sort of mistake that was made, something not stitched up completely, whatever. But like, how the fuck am I getting any type of infection now, and not a month ago? So like, I don't feel like, one, I should have to pay for that. Two, it's like I didn't expect this surgery, so I should not just have to rearrange my life. Like I don't know why you're upset with me because maybe potentially you guys did something wrong. I don't know. It was a whole thing, and I scheduled it for later this month, but it was frustrating because they don't know all the other BS, but it's like, dude, I showed up day of, had no idea, and I told you the story already, but I had no idea I was going to be paying as much as I did. Also the same day, so I paid $2,000 out of pocket right there, and then you're just trying to like finesse me to pay you again for another surgery today. That's going to have me out for a week. So then he don't know this, but I just paid $900 to be in a basketball league. It's like I'm not going to pay you to fuck something up so then I can pay you again to make me sit out of the thing that I just paid $900 for. So I was having a not so little breakdown, and it was just a lot of shit, plus just other things going on and whatnot. But yeah, wisdom teeth suck. So the side of my face is swollen. It's a little bit better today, but we're doing better. What are you wearing is in the comments here. This is traditional Saiyan armor from Planet Vegeta. It's good stuff. I enjoy it. I've realized that like I buy a new what is that noise? I buy a new Halloween costume every year. And last year I was Vegeta, and I actually had to buy this version of his vest and like one with big shoulder pads because I wanted the one with big shoulder pads because I thought it was goofier. But you couldn't get like the actual like undergarments unless you bought this one, came with the full set. So I bought this for the full set, and then I bought a separate thing of just the armor. And I was like, damn, I realized that I buy a whole costume every year so I don't have to wear the same thing on Halloween. And that's kind of low-key a waste because I wear it for one fucking episode. So I decided I'm going to start wearing at least sillier, dumb versions of all of my costumes so that, at least for the month of October, so that I feel like I'm not just buying it for one day. So it'll make me feel better. So, like, whichever one I wore the year before will get, like, moved down. And, I'll pick, like, 3 or 4 of them and wear those every year. I would like to argue against somebody, too. I thought I had a guest coming on today, and I was going to argue against him about it, that Halloween is the best holiday. And I feel like I've alluded to it before, but I want to take a minute to deep dive into it. I think Halloween is the best holiday, and what I want to argue is that it deserves a day off. It should be a recognized holiday. I know it's, like, on calendars and shit, but it should be something that, like, we shut shit down for unless it's a place that's hosting parties or something like that. And the reason I think so is because Halloween, aside, I mean, I guess St. Patrick's Day is a little bit like this, but it's less fun because you're not as dressed up. Halloween is you don't have to have any types of family plans going on. It's like the only holiday that there's no sort of family draw where it's like you have to, Thanksgiving, you got to go see the fam. And maybe if you got like split family situations, you got to maybe do 2 Thanksgivings. Don't even get me started on Christmas. You might be doing 4 or 5 Christmases if your family is a little bit complicated. Even if it's not complicated, I think a regular family in 2024 is having 3 Christmases at least, because you got to do one with your actual fam. Maybe you're doing one with the significant other's fam. Then you're doing one with like your cousin's family. Like it's a lot. And then you throw in a coworker Christmas party thing. Like it's a lot. I don't know. It's a lot of stuff. Halloween is just like, yo, we're getting messed up. We're gonna dress up in shit that we like, and it's the only time of year that we can like for real do that. And I did see this tweet that has been from Kanye West back in the day that I've really resonated with. Do you mind pulling this up? Do you want to pull up Kanye West Halloween tweet? This is how I feel, and it's actually hilarious that when I show you one of the outfits he wore recently, or in previous years to Halloween. Kanye West. I should have made you pull it up before you started typing so that people could have watched. People could appreciate it. Yeah, look at this.
Which one is it if it's just yours?
Solo React, I think it's called. Let's see. Yeah. Halloween is the only day that you're not in a costume. Now click the next image. That is the West family. That's Kanye in the fucking dinosaur costume. But dude, Halloween is fun, man. Halloween is so fun because like, yeah. Oh wow, that's good. Even like when people do bad, like look up bad Halloween costumes, like cheaply made Halloween costumes. Like those are fun even. Like I just like that like you can buy like I think it's cool because you have the people that are like cosplayers, right? That have like $2,000 Batman suits and you're like, holy shit. And like you can be like, that's awesome, dude. But then there's also like creative ways to do things that are just funny. Like look at this. Like that's, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. And this is, I love that for Halloween. I think that that's awesome. Yeah, little Lego bricks, like that's fun.
Little dishes as
Yeah.
the ridges.
Yeah, I just think it's cool and you can do whatever. I wish I had been more creative. I was one of those kids when I was growing up where I was very last minute with Halloween costumes, and I would essentially be some variation of like a dead football player for like 3 or 4 years straight, where like I had a skeleton mask and I had my football pads because it was football season, and that's what I was being. So not really that exciting. But I think it's fun, man. I think group costumes are fun. I think couples costumes are fun. Like I don't know if you guys ever seen that one where it's like the plug. It's like a plug and a wall outlet. I like that one. I like I'm sure someone's probably going to do like a lightning port this year in an iPhone. I think that will be good. Like I like shit like that. Yeah. See, like that's, you know, I think,
Which one are you plugging it in?
yeah, top or the bottom. That's awesome. I think Halloween, because of all the fun that it can bring. I mean, it's an excuse for people that partake in it to get messed up. You can get drunk, do whatever, you know, like partake in that. You can eat sweet, like so much candy and just garbage. I don't know if you guys have seen this time of year. I think like all the like food TikTokers or Instagram reel people that like make different sweets. I think they get the most creative for Halloween. I think it's cool because Halloween, like, it's supposed to be like this scary thing, and there's definitely that element and people that get really into that. But there's also sort of like the tongue-in-cheek fun of just like anything, just dressing up at all. And I don't know, I really mess with Halloween. Look at this guy, what's Duncan saying in here? Chiefs or Saints tonight. How about them Bears? The Bears are looking good. I don't know the Chiefs are probably gonna win. The Chiefs. The refs are going to beat the Saints tonight, says Mike. But yeah, dude, I just think I think Halloween deserves to be. I think everyone deserves off on Halloween. We should throw major block parties. We should throw huge events for Halloween. And I think if you disagree, you're wrong. I just think Halloween is the best holiday. Also, I got to figure out what I'm going to be for this year because I like ordering it early. Last year, I waited too long. I mean, I got a costume I wanted. But I got to figure it out, and I don't know what I should be. I would like to maybe do a group thing.
Oh my god.
What did you just see?
It was KKK.
Okay, that's all right. We don't want that. We don't need that.
It was Colonel Sanders,
But yeah, I don't know who I'm gonna be. I'm thinking I don't want to do something Star Wars because I did that a couple years ago, and then I don't want to do something. I can't do Dragon Ball now, at least for a couple of years. I could do Barnacle Boy.
or a squirrel with his nuts.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll take a trip to Spirit of Halloween and see what's up. But I just think that store's kind of lame though sometimes. They do have this though. Actually, well, since we're on a podcast, we're talking about Halloween. Look up that chick's fucking costume they have at Spirit of Halloween. Haktua girl has she has a costume at Spirit of Halloween. It's actually like, it's just funny because I don't know if you guys know the thing with Spirit of Halloween. So they have not been able to get a lot of the rights for a lot of characters, like a lot of big characters. So like they'll like slightly tweak, like I think they have Beetlejuice, but like let's say it was Beetlejuice, it'll be like Scary Man, it'll be like Scary Bug Man, and it'll be like, so it looks exactly like Beetlejuice, but it's not licensed. I thought, I can be completely wrong on this. I thought that they had an actual deal. Like she let them put her name on this. Click that article. Let's read it real quick. Let's see. What's the headline say? It says Spirit of Halloween is selling Haktua girl Halloween costumes, and this has really gone too far. Yeah. What's it say up there? Is it's just real though? Because I've seen it a bunch on TikTok. And people were like kind of freaking out about it, like thought it was hilarious that this is a real thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Spit on that thing.
Wow. That's awesome, man. Good for her. Dude, I cannot believe it. And I've been seeing this go around on TikTok a bunch too. Imagine if you're the guy that interviewed her. No one talking about his channel. No one talking about him. Bro, he got nothing from all this.
Oh, he had to have, bro.
No, he didn't, bro. She's trying to sue him right now.
From the TikTok, he didn't get anything.
He made money off the initial TikTok.
Yeah.
Sure. Dude, she's got a whole brand. She's got a pocket. She's got a company behind her, media company behind her. She's got it on easy mode, bro.
If he was smart, he should have sued her because it was on his channel.
No, he should have just copyrighted Hawk Tool.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what he should have done, and then she would have had to sue him. But yeah, I believe she's trying to sue him for something right now. It just,
That's my reaction.
yeah, I hope that they don't have that one in the kids section. I hope that's only a adult costume. Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe I'll be her. Maybe I'll be her for the pod. Dude, maybe then we would get some views. I wouldn't be. I can't do the southern accent like well. I mean, I can if I want to be mean, but not that well. Not like a girly one either. That would be tough to slip into. But yeah, I don't know. I still think Halloween is the best holiday. I'll figure it out, guys. You guys, if you have a suggestion, I'm open to suggestions. I feel like I put this on the podcast every year. I'm like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna be for Halloween, but I don't, man. I have a lot of good ideas, but then it doesn't happen. And then my hair, it's holding me back too, because like I've been wanting to cut it for a while now, but I just haven't done it. This guy's gonna blow up. Someone's calling me from Twin Lakes. That's a no-go. Maybe they're watching the show right now. Joker, yeah, you could do Joker, I guess too. Yeah, but that's it for the Halloween stuff. I was gonna talk to my guest this week today about. I mentioned that I was in a little bit of a slump, and then this wisdom tooth thing happened. I don't want to get all the way into this because I feel like it's a little less authentic for whatever reason when it's like just me talking about it. But I am just like curious as someone who is like very much into self-help, and I want to pose a question for other people that maybe are. If you're like actively trying to better yourself, how do you measure it? How do you measure it? And I like take a second and think about that, because I'm curious for myself. Like I think I have ways that I measure it, and then there's other things that are so ambiguous where it's sometimes when you have these slumps or where it feels like things are not going your way, it's hard to like look back and see like, well, no, you are progressing, like you are doing good, like you are, doing these things. And I wanted to sort of brainstorm with someone who, my guest who is going to be on today, who I know, struggle with similar stuff when it comes to depression and whatnot, like myself. They're a little bit older than me. Was curious, like when does it get better, dude? Like when does it get better? Like I have some tips that I use, and I'll share them with you in a moment. But I'm curious. Let me know. Let me know in the comments, or think about it for yourself and really, really think on it. Don't just like give me a knee-jerk answer because you think you need an answer. Something that I do try to do is I say this a lot to friends of mine, and it does help from time to time. It's not always the answer, but I try to do this thing, or I call it doing the math, where I take like if I'm having a moment where I'm like, this person is being so whatever to me, or this person is treating me so bad, like I'm feeling like this thing happens to me at work, and then my friend says this to me in passing, and it felt rude, or my mom said whatever. Like there's just like all these external things that like come up, and then like one person says something to you and you're like, God, this person must fucking hate me. I try when I can calm down, when I take a moment to calm down, I try to do this thing called doing the math, where I look at that person, I look at our relationship, and I start like adding up all the things. Like, does this person really hate you, Darren? Like, they're not answering your text right now. Do they really hate you? Or, because if they really hated you, why would they show up for you on a Sunday afternoon when, they had other better things they could have been doing? Why would they pick you up when your battery on your car broke down? Like, why would they, like, going back and like forcing myself to do the math on a relationship or with a person or with whatever does help me when it comes to like situations like that. It also, I don't know if it's the same thing, but like when it does come to progression and like someone who's trying to better themselves, I've done it a lot where it's like I feel, I might have a day where I just feel like I'm out of shape. I feel like my body's not moving well. I just, things aren't crisp. Like my movements are kind of wonky. And I have to remind myself, I'm big on checklists. You guys know that. And I have to remind myself, like, dude, look, you didn't miss a workout this week. Like, yeah, you might just not feel good today. You might have this other stuff going on in your head that's not letting you loosen up and letting you fully get into this. But look at, like, you hit a workout Monday, you hit a workout Tuesday, you hit a workout Wednesday, and so on. And that definitely helps. That definitely helps a lot. What do we got? What do we got on here? The comments. There's a bunch of comments here now. Let's see. The skinnier I am, the better I'm doing in my mind. Do you reach your goal every day? I don't reach the goal. I don't know what the goal. I mean, I have many goals every day, like small ones, and then I have big overarching ones that are span days. I don't know that I reach my goal every day. I don't think I do. It gets better after you hit rock bottom. Yeah, it's calling us out. Yeah. It's hard. I don't know. It's just hard. Your sleep is normal? You think I should get better sleep, or what is that? I'm confused. Oh, that would be a marker of success. Yeah, having normal sleep. Yeah, that would be good. I actually saw a TikTok today that scared the shit out of me, where it was like, I've been seeing all these ones about like having high cortisol and how bad that is for your health, but I don't see anything about like how to help. It's just like, oh, these are signs that you have high cortisol. And then like it'll be a video where it just names like 20 things that I do or I am, and I'm like waiting for it to be like, this is how we better that. And it's just like, you have that. You are too stressed out. So that's kind of silly or whatever. And I don't want to bog the whole episode down with shit like this, but if you listen to this show, if you care about, bettering yourself, I want you to think about it. I want you to think about, like, how do you measure things getting better, and is that tool always helpful? Because that's the thing with the thing that I like to do, which is doing the math. It is helpful, but only when I have the time to sort of step away from my emotions. Like when there's that initial emotional hit, or that initial interaction that causes you to have maybe those spiraling thoughts, it's not as helpful. So yeah, I'm trying to learn more tools and more ways of dealing with things, and I hope that you do too. And if that process helps you at all, that would be, I would be really happy to hear that. What else is going on? We got your man's in the thumbnail. We got my boy Mike's favorite rapper in the thumbnail. I'm just kidding. P. Diddy, the diddler, as they're calling him now, the man that was single-handedly funding Johnson Brothers company, right? Johnson, or not Johnson Brothers, that's a liquor company. Johnson & Johnson family. What is that company's name? Johnson? Yeah. Yeah, J&J. Yeah, he was funding them. Dude, you got to think about that. That's why the J&J vaccine was that was the first one that got recalled. That was like the one they were like, oh, if you got the J&J, like you messed up. Like you needed to get the Pfizer or the I forget what the other one was. But like if someone had J&J, like they were walking a little funny. They were, respect. Sorry for all the people that did get J&J. But it's probably the reason it was jacked up is probably because like Diddy was involved in some way. I mean, he had all the baby oil. So he was kind of funding the research for that specific vaccine in a roundabout way, if you think about it. But yeah, he's in the thumbnail because Mike and I were talking before we went live about how it's crazy. Like the list came out, or some of the list came out, the alleged list of like people that have been to some of his parties, and I thought it'd be fun for us to maybe go through some of this and just get like a knee-jerk reaction to some of these names. Do you mind pulling that up, Mike? It's crazy because remember a few months back when we were talking about Meek Mill and Diddy, right? And you showed me that, and their little scene together. And it turned, Meek wasn't the only one. In fact, there's quite a few. This is from the New York Post. So he's like actively going to court, or his shit's not set yet? His trial's not set?
No. It's
Ain't no party like a Diddy party. That's so crazy, bro. Yo, are people allowed to drink Ciroc still? Like, are people still drinking Ciroc? Because if you're drinking Ciroc, that's crazy work. Dude, honestly, clubs that still have Ciroc should do like, because baby oils, is that safe to eat? Could you consume that? I mean, you probably shouldn't, but you could. They should do like shots of Ciroc with like a baby oil chaser. That would be cool. That would be cool marketing, dude. That would be good.
this is harder to find than I thought.
I saw a list on TikTok. Somewhere. Don't go on Twitter. Because some stuff could come up that we could get kicked off of YouTube for. So, is the list that hasn't come out yet, or? Because I saw that everyone was like, there was a lot of like Eminem edits of like, thank God Eminem isn't on it, and I don't know, I just thought that was funny. It is interesting. It's like you're kind of hoping that your favorite celebrity isn't on it. Yeah, but how is that verified? That's just an image of names. Yeah, but I don't know that. But I just don't know who's the verifiable source that all these people went. Like, I want like just hearsay. It's all alleged. All right. Well, we'll just pull it off then. We won't. Okay, so let's just go to images. Just say do famous people at Diddy parties, and we'll say if we can still support their music or their art or whatever it is that they do. Right? Because that's the thing people don't like to talk about. Depending on how good you are, that's how much we'll let you get away with. That's the truth, right? Kanye got away with a lot. Because his shit was really good. But eventually it was too much, right? You know? Right? Okay, pull up the images. We're going to go through some of these people. Click some of these images. Okay, Jaden Smith. No, that's Will. That's Phil. That's Pharrell. Pharrell actually is pretty talented. So if he went to one party, like how many parties before we're not allowed to support them? Pharrell Williams. I'm gonna say one party.
How many children?
As long. Whoa.
That's what he's being charged for.
Yeah. That's true.
He's being charged for sex trafficking.
Yeah, that's true. For child trafficking. Yeah. So one party, I guess, is enough. Yeah. But what if? Yeah. How big are these? How big are these parties though?
Oh my
Two.
gosh. Now we're just being oblivious.
I'm just curious, but I am curious, like, right? If it's at like a huge, because he's doing them in a giant facility, right?
Yeah. He does it at his house.
There's got to be some people, and I know everybody's gonna say that this is all they did, but there's got to be at least a handful of people that were at one.
Did you see the 50-foot long bed?
Let me see it. That sounds awesome. How is that? That's from the Kanye West music video, right? That's real?
Yes, that is real and was used multiple times.
That's
his backyard, bro.
Yo,
tell me that's not an orgy all over the place.
Yo,
it's secluded.
Here's the thing that sucks, bro.
I don't think it's on.
Oh, your mic's not on?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Boom, boom.
I mean, it says you're getting signal. Here's the thing that sucks. If there was, which it sounds like there was, but we can't legally say it, so we'll say allegedly. If there's people that were not of age involved in these things, that makes it super lame. But like, it would just be hilarious if like all of our favorite celebrities were just like all at this house doing their thing. Which is, you know what's insane? So you watch The Boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is Herogasm. That's a commentary on, bro. That's a commentary on. Like that show, like The Boys, you guys need to watch. Is a great show, social commentary on sort of where we're at with pop culture and superheroes sort of play the role as celebrities and the ultra elite. But there's a scene where the heroes of the show who aren't superheroes go and they crash the Soups have this party every year called Herogasm, where they all it's just a like fuck fest where they just like bring some random people like regular humans and then other superheroes and they just like they do freak off shit that like Diddy would be proud of. Can you play the video of him running in that movie, chasing those guys?
Oh yeah, that's what I just pulled up.
Yeah, I love that. I saw people, everyone saying that he was not acting.
Business is failing. I need some brilliant ideas right now.
That's not the right one.
It's just crazy. Is it like? It's just crazy because they don't even hide it, bro.
But that's why they do it because it's considered not like it's almost if they show you
it's hiding in plain sight,
yes,
bro. That's what it is.
And it's how they get away with doing these things and feeling like they're not gonna have the karma come back to them or in other religions. Like, that's how they say.
Yeah. Here, don't let it play that long. We're gonna get copyright claim. Just you play like a few seconds at a time. Then you pause it. Just pause the video. Pause the video. Yeah. You just gotta be careful with copyright. Yeah, no, it's just insane. Like, it's just crazy to think that like he was low-key like hinting at it all the time. You know, like he will get on these shows and talk about his parties are so crazy and that. You know, like every talk show host would be like, "Oh, you don't invite me." And he'd be like, "Oh, you invited the next one. Like, you need to be there." Like, and it's just, he's like, "There ain't no party like a Diddy party." You got LeBron James saying it.
Yeah,
like
his booty ain't safe.
We don't know, bro. That's our
Bro,
king.
He probably got paid 50 racks to do whatever Diddy asked him to, accept it. Michael would never.
I do, yeah. I gotta say, Michael Jordan was never at no Diddy party, so
No, he was not.
I know it's a meme. Like, how will this affect LeBron's legacy? Is like something like people will put that on like any post, like a rant, like a Gail Lewis post. Someone will put, "How will this affect LeBron James' legacy?" This just might affect his legacy. I wonder if Bronny. You think Bronny like asks him like, "Yo, Dad, like, did you?" Like, I would have to ask my dad if all this was going down, if we were playing on the Lakers together.
Bronny probably went to one, so.
No way, bro.
I mean, he was 18 2 years ago. Got to start him young.
I guess. Did you hear about Mr. Prada? No. Who's Mr. Prada? Who is this? Accused of, what is this? He's accused of murder? He murdered his therapist? Are you gonna?
Allegedly.
What's the story though?
He's a famous TikToker.
Yeah, he's a famous TikToker.
Apparently, like a year ago, beginning of this year, he posted a TikTok that was like,
this famous TikToker posted it.
This year gonna be the year that someone tries me and I show them God or something. And then
Wow.
he murdered his therapist.
That's just terrible, dude. So I'm going to relay the information that someone just said off mic because they can't hear you. So they said that this young TikToker made a TikTok earlier this year saying that if somebody tries him, this is going to be the year that he introduces them to God, like he kills them. And I guess followed through on that word and eventually took his therapist's life. That's crazy, man. Like, to take a therapist's life too. Like, they just dealing with all your shit. Although, like, what do you think the therapist said? You know, like, what would be the worst response I could give you, Mike, if I was your therapist? Let's say you finally opened up and you told me, before you answer.
You know what?
Think before you answer. Put yourself, really take a second, internalize. Pretend you just went to a place in your mind, in your heart, that was fucked up. You told me some serious, vile shit that, like, you've been needing to get out, that you've needed to get out of your system. Stuff you would not tell anybody else, right? You're just telling this with a good therapist.
Yep.
And you get that out. What will be the worst thing that they could say to you? Think about it. That's crazy, bro. What if they just said, "Damn, that's crazy"? What if he said it was your fault?
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
That's on you. He's gonna go, that's on you. And I'll be like, shit. But that's the thing with me. I think I would
or just
believe him.
completely like, is that really what you should have done in that moment? Like, just completely flip the switch like a parent and just probably flip.
But like, what if they? That's the thing with therapists. That's what's so hard because it's like, it's tough because sometimes you need to be told that.
Well,
sometimes you need to, but other
because
times
you're avoiding the confrontation with yourself, so someone
sometimes
else
we
needs to bring it.
That is the one thing that's tough about. I feel like a lot of therapists, just based on a lot of the way people talk about their relationships with their therapists, there is a lot of people that just they have like cheerleader. They don't have therapists. They have cheerleaders that sit in the chair with them every week, and they'll just be like, "Yeah, you're right. Yes, like." Oh my God, that is wrong. That person is this. Like, no, it's okay. You do need time. And I'm saying this as someone who's actively in therapy, and I enjoy therapy. There's definitely people. This is something I've told my therapist many times that I'm like, I do not want a cheerleader. I want somebody that is gonna. When it comes to my therapist, with friends, with whatever, yeah, maybe you need that. But when it comes to my therapist, like I want somebody like if you're noticing patterns in my own behavior or in failures in whatever types of situations, I want to be called out on those things. I don't want somebody to just give me therapy speak to get myself out of it. Because that's what, like, I've seen this on TikTok a ton recently, dude. And I despise it when I see it. And now I'm starting to see people that agree with what I'm about to say, where it's like that's sort of the counterculture of that. There are so many people that just use like therapy speak to be a shitty friend. Like, there are so many people that, like, have no idea what it actually means to be a friend. Like, they will just do it when it's convenient. They will just do it like I saw someone talking about making fun of how people will be like a friend will text you like, oh, I'm moving. Oh, I'm doing this. And someone will respond back with like, oh, like, I'm just feeling drained. I can't da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, yo, if your friend is moving, you help your friend move. That's a friend thing to do. That's what friends are for. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, if something's going on, you really have something going on, you have something going on. If they ask you last minute, you have something going on. But you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just like certain things that, like, you get a flat tire. If your friend doesn't have something going on, they do not just go, oh, it's been such a tough day. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just drained, or my social battery is up and I need time to reflect and blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, it's not convenient all the time to be a friend. But that's the whole point. That's like relationship 101, right? Friendships, familial relationships, romantic partners. Like, it's not always convenient. And if you're somebody who thinks it needs to always be convenient, then I don't think you have done enough work to I'm not going to say deserve, because I think everybody deserves healthy relationships, but you have not done enough to truly garner prosperous relationships or to maintain them. Because I'll give you an example, right? I've been working a bunch, and typically I like to work more for myself than I do my part-time job. Right now it is flipped. I'm doing my part-time job a lot more than I'm working for myself. And on top, so I'm not having a ton of time for my own stuff. I feel like I'm overworked, underpaid, whatever. I don't have a lot of days to just like relax. I've been getting back into football this year, so that's sort of Sundays. I want to watch the Bears game, relax, whatever. I had a friend that was doing an event this past weekend or 2 weekends ago or whatever. It was sort of like, and it was something that was planned a while ago, and then when the day was coming up, I was like, ooh, like, definitely a little inconvenient in the sense of like, I worked my ass. I've been working, I almost got 40 hours that week, and plus I'm working however many hours for my own business, do my podcast, doing those other stuff, and then I gotta go do this thing. But like, that's being a good friend. Like, once you get there, like, you get over that. It's great that you get to be there. You get to be there for your friend. You get to help your friend. You get to do those things. But that's being a friend. Sometimes it's inconvenient. Sometimes it's like, man, like, I'm sure there's been an instance where maybe somebody is like, you're talking to somebody at a bar, maybe you're talking to friends, or you're chatting up a girl, whatever, and maybe your friend's a little too drunk, or somebody calls you, they need a ride home, whatever. That's being a good friend. Yeah, it sucks. We don't just be like, hey man, I'm doing da-da-da-da-da. Like, that's selfishness. And I'm not saying put somebody else's needs above yours, but I am saying being a friend is not always convenient. And if you think that it is, then you don't know what friendship is, in my opinion. And And people that will only be your friend when it's convenient, they're not your friends. That's my last piece on that. I don't know. I feel like I'm going back and forth between like really funny and then really, like we're getting into goofy shit and then we're getting into real shit. What is this? You've got Caleb Williams pulled up.
Yeah.
What is this? How did this come into your mind as I was talking about friendship?
Sorry.
Caleb and Roman Dunze?
Yeah, I was wondering if Caleb would go to a Diddy party.
I don't think Caleb would.
You don't?
I don't think he would.
I think you'd fit right in.
I think he's a stand-up guy.
What about this outfit, bro?
That's a good fit. That's a good fit.
I mean, he isn't looking like that, so I shouldn't be talking a lot of shit because he's been winning.
That's a
and
good fit, bro. That's a good fit.
that's not-
Caleb Williams can wear whatever he wants as long as he's throwing touchdowns, man. And even if he's not, I don't really care. But I would love if he threw more and more touchdowns. He's playing well recently. What else did I have? Oh, I guess the last thing on the Diddy parties is it is crazy to think because of social media. I do think we're gonna have, or at least I would assume so. I think we're gonna have less and less terrible people. I hope. I think we're gonna have more people that are deranged mentally, like because of what social media does to your brain. I think we're gonna have even more narcissists and things like that. But I do think like people. I don't think people will be able to get away with shit like that
I think,
ever again on that scale ever again.
I think they just hide it a lot better now.
I don't think.
I mean,
just don't
did he
think that-
upset somebody to where that's why they put him under the that's why they threw him under the bus? It's not because they finally found something like that one.
Sure.
Remember that one video of him beating his wife or something?
Yeah.
They held that for years, dude. It's
I
all
understand
about
that.
ammo.
I understand that, but I'm saying like I don't think to that scale, because there are so many cameras now. Everybody has it in their pocket. They can make a call. They can do something so fast. I just don't think it'll ever get that big. Like I think the biggest it'll get is a Jake Paul whatever it was, Hype House, or he wasn't the Hype House. He was what was Jake Paul's house? Team 10 house or whatever. And then there was the Hype House was the TikToker one. Like I don't think it gets any bigger than those. Like whatever scandals that like those get, like you're not going to have something that's like all of the biggest people in the world and not one regular person that's there because they're abusing regular people.
But I mean, Rick Rubin, or not? Is it what's the dude who owns the white party?
Not Rick Rubin. That's
I know I said it wrong. Rich Rubin or it's
I forget.
You
his
know who
name.
I'm
Dave
talking-
Rubin, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're telling me that's not a similar party? And
I
that
agree that it's-
Jay-Z and Beyonce couldn't.
Sure. But I think that's also
They're gonna hide it better.
yeah, but but they're also going to be doing it to themselves more. Like I don't like I'm saying is you're not going to be able to hurt as many normal people. You're not going to be able to abuse as many normal people with that power anymore. In my opinion, at least this is my guess, is my projection, because of the power that we have in our hand. Like we have this, it's democratized.
They take your phone away. They take your phone away and they have
dude,
you.
Everybody has a TikTok account. I could if I went to a fucking white party and a bunch of NBA players forcefully ran a train on me, the first thing I'm doing is going to TikTok after and telling them I got messed up by 4 NBA players. And if they kill me or whatever they do to silence that, whatever, they tarnish my name, they dig up some shit on me. All right. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but then they're going to have to do that to every single person. Like it will fall eventually. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think they will be like, I'm not saying they won't do this freaky shit. Like they'll still do it, but they're going to have to do it to a more selective group of people that are wanting to do that and to more of themselves, like other celebrities doing it to other celebrities, whereas they're not gonna like Diddy's not like there's not gonna be a Diddy that can just be like, we're gonna have 30 women stuck in this bunker and they're just gonna there's not gonna be that as much, I don't think.
I hope it comes down.
I hope so.
I'm not playing
I'm
for the other
hopeful.
side. I'm just being pessimistic on that.
Michael Rubin, Duncan says. I said Dave Rubin. Who's Dave Rubin? Oh, Dave Rubin's the conservative guy. I fucking hate that guy too.
Rick Rubin's a great dude. He's got a good mind. I like that dude.
Who?
The guy who wrote the
Rick Rubin. Yeah,
Rick
he's got
Rubin,
the
yeah.
creative. He's the creative one. Yo, it's Twin Mike. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got for today, guys. I don't want to keep you up. I don't want to take up any more of your guys' time. I just wanted to get some stuff off my chest. Gonna hopefully have some people from a haunted house on this month. Looking to get a grave digger. Still working on that one. And we've got some other really fun guests coming up the rest of the year. So if you have anybody that you want to be on the show, send them my way. I would absolutely love to see that. What do we got? Clickbaited by Alyssa. Why did you just take that out? What just happened there?
I didn't mean to.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Put that back in.
I can't put it back in.
Oh, you can't. Why are you muting people?
I didn't mean to mute anybody.
There was a message. Someone said
I was trying to delete Duncan's and I deleted Coco's. I'm sorry.
Oh, there we go.
Michael Rubin is not my twin. His jump shot is so broken. Sorry, Coco. I deleted your
Michael
message.
Rubin is not a. He doesn't have a jump shot.
Dude, have you seen him? Okay, I'll show you. This is why billionaires should never play basketball. You've never seen this, bro? He's like got the worst jumper of all time.
Let's see it. Let's see the typing here. Mike's my biggest hater.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Coco, you're my biggest hater.
Oh, look at them beefing. Okay, let's see this. Let's see the jump shot.
Oh my God.
I don't. Were you at his white party that you saw this
No,
jump shot?
dude.
Where did?
I
It's
don't
not
even
coming
go
up.
I don't even go on TikTok, and I saw it on TikTok, dude.
That's like
All right.
so you don't go to the white parties, but you know. All right, Mike.
All right, now
All right,
I can't
Michael
find
Rubin.
it, bro. Can't find it.
Well, maybe one day we can grow up and be as cool as Michael Rubin.
Oh hell no.
But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Excited for the rest of the spooky season to come. Want to say a quick shout out to our patrons. If you guys don't know already, you can support the channel for as little as $1 by going to patreon.com/Darren Rita. You get access to extra podcasts, extra videos, as well as a series where I break down how I mix, master, write, record every single one of my songs. That's patreon.com/Darren Rita, and you can help support the channel for as little as $1, and you get shouted out at every episode at the end. Also, want to say a quick shout out to Alpine House 2 for sponsoring this episode. That's at Alpine House 2 on Instagram. Check them out for a fun vacation. And this has been the 275th episode of the Detox Podcast, guys. I will be back next week